Relationship between audit strategy and audit plan. Audit strategy determines scope, timing, and direction of audit. Audit plan describes how strategy is going to be implemented. The overall audit strategy and the audit plan remains the auditor's responsibility. The auditor shall update and change the overall audit strategy and the audit plan as necessary during the course of the audit. As a result of unexpected events, changes in conditions, or audit evidence obtained from the results of audit procedures, the auditor may need to modify the overall audit strategy and audit plan, and thereby the resulting planned nature, timing, and extent of the further audit procedures based on the revised consideration of the assessed risks. The auditor shall plan the nature, timing, and extent of direction and supervision of engagement team members and the review of their work. It varies depending upon many factors. Factors like the size and complexity of the entity, the area of the audit, the assessed risks of material misstatements, the capabilities and competence of the individual team members performing the audit work. Documentation. The auditor shall document the overall audit strategy, the audit plan, and any significant changes made during the audit engagement to the overall audit strategy or the audit plan and the reasons for such changes. Audit program. An audit program consists of a series of verification procedures to be applied to financial statements and accounts of a given entity for the purpose of obtaining sufficient evidence to enable the auditor to express an informed opinion on financial statements. There should be periodic review of the audit program to assess whether the same continues to be adequate for obtaining requisite knowledge and evidence about the transactions. The audit planning ideally commences at the conclusion of the previous year's audit, and along with the related program, it should be reconsidered for modification as the audit progresses. For the purpose of program construction, the following should be kept in mind. Stay within the scope and limitation of the assignment. Prepare a written audit program setting forth the procedures that are needed to implement the audit plan. Determine the evidence reasonably available and identify the best evidence for deriving the necessary satisfaction. Apply only those steps and procedures which are useful in accomplishing the verification process in the specific situation. Include the audit objectives for each areas and sufficient details which serves as a set of instructions for the assistants involved in audit and helps in controlling the proper execution of the work. Consider all possibilities of error. Coordinate the procedures to be applied to related items. Audit evidence is the information used by the auditor in arriving at the conclusion on which auditor's opinion is based. Audit evidence includes both information contained in the accounting records underlying the financial statements and other information. And it is generally of the following broad type: documentary examination, physical examination, statements and explanation of management, officials and employees, statements and explanation of third parties, arithmetical calculation by the auditor, state of internal controls and internal checks, interrelationship of the various accounting data, subsidiary and memorandum records, minutes, subsequent action by the client and by others.